Today I'm going to show you how to draw this cute little cat with coloring pencils. This is an easy beginner drawing lesson for kids of all ages, so let's draw. Hi everyone, welcome to Rain Francis Art for Kids. My name is Rain. In this series, Animal Farm, we draw all sorts of animals, so let's draw. This is what you'll need for today's drawing. You're going to need a piece of paper. I have my dollar store drawing pad here. It's 9 inches by 12 inches across. You're going to need a pencil and an eraser. And if you have an old paintbrush lying around that you haven't used for painting, it's great for wiping off your page. Now we're going to need some color. We're going to need today yellow, orange, and red. My orange is a little bit of a yellowish orange, but you can use a regular orange if you want. And I always have my fine tip black marker for outlining. If you don't have a fine tip black marker, that's okay. You can use a marker, a regular marker, or you can use a black coloring pencil. So I'm going to clear off my space here so we can start drawing our cat. Okay, so let's start with the cat's head. I'm going to draw kind of an ovalish circle, just like that, and some soft triangles. Soft just means I'm not pointing the edges, I'm making them round. So her ears are kind of roundish. And inside we'll do the same thing for the inside part of her ears there. And why don't we draw a little semicircle down here? And I'll show you why in a minute. We'll draw her big oval eyes. And some on the bottom of the big oval to show her pupils. And right here, we're going to draw her nose right in the middle of the line there, but that's going to be black, so it's okay if the line is in there. And here we'll draw a little line down here, and we'll give her a smile. Okay? And we'll give her whiskers, and we'll put her eyelashes, but we'll do that at the end. So now let's draw her body. Her body's easy. Just kind of like this. Okay, and in the middle of her belly here, it's more her neck. She's got a little spot that's going to be a different color. So we'll draw that like that. And we're going to draw her paws like this. They're kind of going to be attached to her body. And we'll put in, we'll do this to show her paws. And we'll give her some feet just on the side like that. One on each side. Very easy drawing. And her tail will come out here. We're going to give her a nice curly tail. There. Maybe we'll do a little squiggly line here or a zigzag. And she's got some coloring, so we'll put in a few triangles on each side here. I'll put 3 on each side. And we're going to color those in a different color from the rest of her. Okay, so that is your cat. That's how you draw a cat. So why don't we start by taking our yellow color, and I'm going to color in this area here. I call it the mask of her face. That's going to be yellow. So I'm coloring that in yellow. And if you're using coloring pencils, don't forget to turn your pencil once in a while because you don't want to wear it down all on one side. So just remember to turn your pencil. And don't press down too hard. You don't have to, because we're going to be coloring this in another time. And I'll show you right now what I mean by that. I didn't get any yellow into her nose, but if you did, no big deal because it's going to be black. What we do when we're using coloring pencils, we don't press down hard because we always color it in at least another time. I'm coloring it in a second time, which means I'm coloring in a second layer, okay? And I'm not pressing down hard, I'm just adding more layers to get the color that I want. Can you see the difference between 2 and 1? Layering is just a big term for coloring in a second time or a third time or a fourth time. If you color it in 4 times, you've applied 4 layers of color. You see what I mean? So 2 layers is good for me. Now this part of her neck is going to be yellow as well. So why don't I go ahead and apply my first layer of yellow. I'm coloring it in the first time, so that's my first layer. Don't forget to turn your pencil. And now I'm going to color it in a second time. That's my second layer of yellow. Do you understand? It's very easy. Just using the proper art terms, okay? I want you to learn. Turn your pencil while you're applying your second layer. And if you want, you can add a third layer if you want the yellow to be a lot more bright. But I'm good with 2 layers. Now the end of her tail is also going to be yellow. So why don't we go ahead and color that in? And I'm going to color it in a second time, so I'm applying a second layer of yellow. Turning my pencil. There we go. Now I'm going to color in her 2 feet yellow also. With 2 layers of color. Okay? Here's the first layer, and now the second layer as I'm turning my pencil. There we go. Now I'm just going to put a little yellow color at the bottom of her front paws here. Just a little. How many times did I say little? 2 layers of yellow here, just at the bottom of her paws. There we go. Now I'm going to take my orangey yellow color. If you have regular orange, like I said, that's fine. Now I'm going to color in the outside part of her ears. The inside is going to be red, so we're going to keep that orange on the outside. And I'll do her other ear as well. And we'll apply our first layer of orange everywhere, and then we can come back and put in a second layer, okay? Now the rest of her face, except for her nose and her eyes, are going to be orange. So why don't we go ahead and color that in. Turning our pencil. Try not to get any orange into the yellow. Like I said, if you get it in her nose, it's no big deal because that's going to be black. And black covers up orange. Just be careful around her eyes. Don't get any orange into her eyes. There we go. I have a cat named Oscar. We call him Baby Oscar. He's a ginger cat. That means he's orange and white. So he was kind of, I was thinking of him when I was putting this one together. Although he's not yellow, he's white, but I didn't want to leave that white. I wanted to give it a lot of color, so I chose orange. Now I'm going to do the body. I'm going to try not to get any orange into the triangles, but that's no big deal if you do, because they're going to be red, and red should cover the orange. I'm going to be careful not to get any orange into the yellow though, okay? Here's a picture of my baby Oscar licking his lips. Are you remembering to turn your pencil? Now remember, I told you, try not to get any of the orange into the yellow. But it's okay if you get some orange into the paws here. That's okay, because we want to make sure the whole bottom is orange. We just won't do a second layer around the paws there, okay? I'll show you what I mean after. Now I'm going to do her tail orange, trying not to get any into that yellow. I'm turning my pencil, try not to drop it. It's very short. There. So I've got my first layer of orange. I'm going to go ahead and put in a second layer everywhere to make it look nice and vibrant orangey. And like I said, I'm not pressing down hard at all. See the difference? It really makes a huge difference when you put layers. Or I should say when you add layers. We're using a lot of orange here. If you need to stop and sharpen your pencil, go ahead. I think I have enough on my pencil that I don't have to stop and sharpen, but I'm going to have to see. Going to be careful around those eyes. Do you guys like cats? Do you have cats? Right now I have 2 cats. There we go. That part's done. Now I'm going to do her body. Second layer of orange on her body. Remembering to turn my pencil. How's your cat doing? Are you having fun? I think that the second layer looks really good next to the yellow. I love orange and yellow together. I think those colors are really, really, really nice together. Now, I told you before, we're not going to put a second layer. We are going to put a second layer on the orange parts, but not on the yellow part, just maybe that little spot in between there. But I'm not going to add more orange over the yellow, because I want the paws to look a little bit more yellow there. So now I'm going to do her tail. Second layer of orange on her tail. Turning my pencil. And I'm going to have just enough pencil to finish her tail because it's starting to get really flat there. There we go. Her tail's all done. She's starting to look really cute. So now I'm going to take my red color, and inside of her ears, I'm going to color in red. Try not to get any into the orange, which I just did. That's all right. Now I'm going to go ahead right away and put in a second layer. I'm going to color in the red a second time. Turning my pencil and adding a second layer of red right away. All of these triangles are red as well. So why don't we go ahead and color in all the triangles. with one layer and then two after. There. All right, one to go. And now I'm going to go in and put in a second layer of red right away. Turning my pencil and not pressing down too hard. This is looking really, really nice. I love these colors together. These are warm colors. They make you feel warm, you know, like an autumn day. Okay, now I'm going to take my black fine tip marker, and like I said before, if you don't have one, you could use a black coloring pencil. And I'm going to outline my entire cat. I love to outline. It's just something I love to do. I'll leave it up to you if you want to do that or not. I just think it looks really, really nice. Just going to try to follow my pencil lines and not go outside the line too much. Just take your time doing this. I'm going to outline first, and then I'm going to come in and color in her eyes and her nose and give her some details. But I'd like to get the outlining done first. Okay. And we can't forget her whiskers after too. I'm not going to outline the triangles though. I want those to blend in a little better. So I'm going to leave the triangles alone. But everything else is going to get outlined. Oh, my dog is moving. Probably shook the camera a little bit there. Now her tail, that big long tail. When my cat is very happy, his tail curves like that. It kind of curves like this, and it looks like a question mark. When he's really happy, it's so funny, it does that. All right, so I'm going to add some detail now. The first thing I'm going to do is color in her eyes, not her eyes, her pupils. I often say eyeballs, but that's not the correct term. It's pupils. And my marker is getting low, so I'm running out of ink here. I hope I have enough to finish. That's one. And we'll do this one. I love these big oval eyes. There we go. Now I'm going to color in her nose. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a new marker. I use them so much, I run out of ink really quickly these days. And then we're going to give her some toes. So 1, 2, 3 lines on each side. 1, 2, 3. And let's outline those little toe lines we had there. Now what else do I want to do? Well, I want to give her some eyebrows. Like that. And because she's a she, I'm going to give her some eyelashes. There, just like that. And of course, we can't forget to give her whiskers. Now I'm going to show you what to do for whiskers. You don't just draw a line. Put your pencil or your marker down and go whoosh.
like that. And you have to make that sound, okay? Put your marker down. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Just like that. And I think that our little kitty cat is done. I'm going to sign my work. I want you to sign your work, my friends. Always sign your work. Take ownership of the beautiful work of art that you just created. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, my friends, and we'll see you next time on Animal Farm. Thanks for watching. Bye.